Well, hello. Here's Eva again, and the article today is about search for approval. So, I wrote an article about a week ago on the search for approval, and I thought the article was brilliant. I thought, this is going to be great. This is really going to resonate with people. This is so vulnerable. And then I sent it to Sam, see what he thought. And he goes like, meh. And I'm like, what do you mean, meh? And he goes, well, okay, it's interesting, but it doesn't really resonate with me. And there it was. I filed the article away, started writing about other things, and sitting there in my Google folder. Meanwhile, what I'm thinking is, of course, it doesn't resonate with him. He's so shut down, so unconscious, so unaware, he can't even relate. Or maybe he's just so mad at me because, as you might know, Sam and I are getting a divorce. Oh, because, he's my to-be ex-husband. Of course, it's job to hate everything that I write or everything that I say. So, bottom line, my article about search for approval did not get approval. Or at least it did not get the approval I was craving. So what is this about? Searching for approval, acknowledgement, belonging, fitting in, as well as trying to look good to others, is part of everyone's nature. It's part of the design of being human. So I don't know where this came from. And I have no idea where I read it. But somebody said, you are only free to the extent that you recognize your constraints. So let's look for ourselves. So here's my typical day. This is really, really funny. So on Wednesday mornings, this is my typical Wednesday. So on Wednesday morning, I go to these networking meetings to promote my restaurant. It's like one of those lead generation groups where everybody shares about their business for 60 seconds. And everybody goes around the circle, right? So as I'm waiting for my turn to come, I feel myself getting nervous, my heart in my throat, beating fast. And what's this about? I want everybody to think there's a certain image I want to portray, right? I want everybody to think that I have it all together. And I want people there to think that I'm impressive and accomplished for my age. I'm 33, by the way. And I want to look humble at the same time. And I definitely don't want to look nervous. And I want the person across from me to think that I'm attractive. And I want the person on my left to be intrigued about how well I'm handling my life, given the divorce, the restaurant, the coaching, new business, all that. So I will do what I can, mostly unconsciously, or without being aware of it, to manipulate people into thinking whatever I want them to think of me. And then after the meeting, I'll chat with a few people in person. If I chat with you in person, and if you ask me, how are things at the restaurant? I'll tell you it's great. It used to be so challenging, and I used to be so busy and work 18-hour days, and now I don't because I have it all figured out, because I've grown so much as a leader, as a business owner, as a human being. And I'll try to impress you with that. And if you ask me how's my divorce going, then I'll tell you, it's so great. Like Sam is the most wonderful person on the planet because I'm so spiritually mature and have all the tools to handle a super amicable divorce. I want you to think that I'm evolved, forgiving, loving. I want you to think that Sam and I get along great about 99% of the time. And I want you to think that we're so much better than the rest of the world of, axes separating that just hate each other. So I want you to not just approve of me, but I want you to think of me as an example of how people should live. And I want you to acknowledge me for it too. So then I'll go home after the meeting and I'll start writing a blog post or a newsletter about something. And of course, I want your approval too. I want you to think I'm smart, insightful, and well spoken. And by the way, I'm doing that just right now too. And then that's how my day goes. And at some point, I'll also text my other ex to share some piece about my life. And I'm so not at all interested in him. I'm just trying to be interesting. I want people to think that I'm important, impressive, friendly. I want you to think that I radiate positive energy, massive amounts of positive energy. I'm accomplished, I'm kind, and at the same time, somebody you should mess with. Productive, smart, hot, beautiful, desired, and you get the idea. Now, something might be getting sacrificed in here. Don't you think? It's so interesting because people say they lose their life trying to get approval from their parents. And it's hilarious to me because how many people do you think are present to how much we want to win approval from everybody? What if we could be really, really free of it? No, like really not care. And be just love and just live our life. What if I was able to give up, even for a day, what it'd be like to completely give up the concern of how I look or how I come across, even to myself, and completely detach from my how I want everybody to see me. And is that even possible? I don't know. Now let's continue the conversation. That's all I have for today.